Hi, welcome back to Urban X TV. It's Malcolm, and I'm here to give you an album review on Drake's Scorpion that was released this past weekend. So before we get started, I want to remind everybody to subscribe, hit the bell button down below to stay up to date with what we got going on, and also visit urbanx.nyc for our written blog, and also check out the Urban X podcast. So a couple weeks ago, before the album was released, it was announced that this album would be a double disc album. It would be two sides. Side A for the rap, side B for the R&B. And after listening to about a month and some change of short albums from Kanye West and a short album from Jay-Z and Beyonce, I was a little turned off by the idea of two albums, like a whole two disc album. I think, albums are too long now, and I even tweeted prior to this album coming out that I didn't want to hear an album longer than 14 songs. We're here now. So going into this album, I had a feeling that after the Drake and Pusha T, battle, that Drake would have to change up some of the content that he had in the album, because the tough talk that he was, starting to get comfortable with, on his albums, that would have to go out the window, because he kind of, ran from the dance basically. He didn't want to respond to Pusha T when he came out with the story of Adidon. And as you listen to the album, you can kind of see that was the case. You can tell he did change the tone of the album. Instead of rapping at people, instead of, rapping with the same, slick talk, at certain rappers, you could tell that instead he was kind of trying to defend himself in a way. Not even to the other rappers, he was trying to defend himself to the people, court of public opinion, because in that court, he lost the battle. So the first side of the album was the rap side, side A. It started off with Survival, and he rapped really well on that song. And I felt the beat, the flow, the cadence, I thought it was all there, and I wanted that to be, the barometer for where the album was about to go. The next song, Nonstop, which I like, I've grown to like it, over the weekend, because, I'm hearing it a lot, but content-wise, I don't think that was the one for Drake. I think he was trying to catch a flow that's in style right now, and I just don't think that plays to his strengths as an MC. The beat was really good though. That's why I think saved that song. But as lyrics, I don't think that was there. Going down the album, going down that track list, I thought it was kind of the same what we always get from Drake. I skipped songs like God's Plan and I'm Upset because I heard them way too much. Sandra's Rose was really good. He had a song with Jay-Z, which when upon reviewing the track listing, I was kind of intrigued, because Jay-Z just put out an album not 2 weeks ago where he was taking some clear shots at Drake, so I was wondering what that would be like. But needless to say, I was very underwhelmed with this song, Talk Up with Jay-Z. The beat was okay, but Drake and Jay-Z just disappointed me. Like the content, their flows, it just was not there. And I'm kind of shocked that Jay-Z even got on this track, because it didn't seem like anything that would fit his strengths as an MC. It just sounded like he just threw Drake a bone, and it made them both sound bad, in my opinion. People are gonna talk about the line about XXXTentacion and Zimmerman, when he said, y'all killed X, but y'all let Zimmerman live, the streets is done, something to that effect. Still whack, it's a whack line. I saw somebody tweet that 3 weeks ago, so I'm not impressed. It wasn't anything groundbreaking, so let's just, throw that idea out the window. This is the R&B side, and when I first started it, the first 3 tracks, they sound like the same song to me. It was real slow. I was kind of bored. He had some song called Ratchet Birthday Party, something like that. And I thought it was gonna be a twerking song, but it was nothing like that. I know some people that were disappointed in that. But there was some songs on there I liked. He had the joint with Michael Jackson, which was cool, which is different. I didn't expect that from him. He had songs like Blue Tint, which I liked, After Dark, which I liked, March 14th, which I liked, but he was kind of rapping on that one, and I think he put that at the end as a culmination of the entire album of what he was talking about. So I wasn't mad at that. But I think 25 songs for an album in this day and age with the short attention span, I think it's too long. And I think Drake has been a victim of his own undoing for the past, I think, 3 projects. Views is 20 songs, too long. More Life was a playlist, and I say playlist because I think he just called it that to alleviate himself from the pressures of calling it an album. So that was 20 songs or 22 songs. That's too long. Scorpion, again, 25 songs, too long. And I say that's too long because Drake has a lot of filler on these albums. On each of those albums, there's at least 10 to 12 songs that he can just do without. And with, shorter compact albums, you can put together a stronger body of work that people can really listen through a few times to get a feel of the album. I'm not listening to Scorpion through no time soon again, like straight. I'm not doing that again. It's just too long. And then the fact that it's 2 different genres of music on both sides, even though he was kind of rapping on side B a little bit, but you kind of have to be in 2 different mind states to begin to dive into those albums. So I don't really see myself listening to that again. I think Kanye was onto something with the 7 songs. Some of those albums that Kanye put out, they leave you wanting more, but you are still satisfied. You're not underwhelmed. You're not, hit and skip 3 and 4 times in a row because those songs sound the same. So as a result, I give Drake's Scorpion 7.5 out of 10. It was a good album. It's not great. I wasn't amazed by anything. It's something that I've come to expect from Drake. He's gonna do his numbers. I think he moved almost 1 million in first week, 1 million units. I don't know how the streams work, but he's always gonna do his numbers. So I'm not impressed with that anymore. Drake to me has plateaued as an artist. I think he hit his peak around Take Care. And that was a while ago. And I think the last complete body of work that that was solid from him was Nothing Was the Same, and that came out in 2013. And that track, that album was 14 songs. You know what I'm saying? So again, that goes back to the idea of putting the strongest songs on one album. I think Drake is playing this streaming game where he's trying to load his album so they can stream because he has that deal with Apple. And it's working, you know what I'm saying? The top 25 songs on Apple Music was every song off Scorpion. So he's doing what I guess he's making the most money he can, but as an artist, I don't think he's, elevating as an artist. I think he's just staying the same. And not to say that any of his albums are bad. All his albums are great, but they're just not pushing the culture forward and not pushing him forward as an artist. So, that's my spiel, I guess, on the album. Again, it wasn't bad. It just wasn't amazing. It's just what I expected from him. And like my boy said, my boy Nide, shout out to Nide. He said, ironically, since nothing was the same, everything has been the same. So, with that being said, I'm Malcolm. This is Urban X. Subscribe. Peace.